and chopping things up, and then she's like, the couch is really comfortable, and Chantel goes, good, because this is where you're going to be sleeping. She gets up and she goes and gets this really nice sleeping bag and a really nice blanket, and she's like, you're going to be sleeping on the couch. We went and bought a brand new couch for you, paid $1,000 for it. We went and bought a brand new couch for you, so I hope that you're really comfortable on the couch. And the sister's like, no, I'm not sleeping on no couch. I'm not doing that. And so she's like, well, why not? You said you were okay sleeping on the couch. She was like, no, I don't want to sleep on the couch. And in her interview, she's like, I shouldn't be sleeping on no sofa. I should be relaxing. I'm on vacation. I should be stress-free, no drama. I should not be sleeping on the couch. So Pedro's like, we should go get her an air mattress. And so in my mind, now hear me out. This is like one of them really long couch with the sectionals at Chantel's. That's what it looked like. One of the long ones with a sectional. So you can actually like stretch out and be, move about. An air mattress does not seem as comfortable as a really soft, nice couch that there has space to be moved around. Why would you want to sleep on an air mattress versus a couch? And this is a tiny apartment. So now we have an air mattress in the middle of our living room versus her just being comfortable and sleeping on the couch. He's like, well, I'm going to go get her an air mattress. I need to make my sister comfortable. And so Chantel says, okay, well, accommodate your guests, but you better have the rent. And I'm like, yes, Chantel, tell that fool. Because we've already spent $1,000 on the sofa for her. We bought her a sleeping bag and a blanket and pillows, and I've already prepared for her. And now we're going to go spend more money on her? Like, you're going to go get her an air mattress? So they get into a humongous fight. Chantel goes to walk out. He chases her. And she's trying to explain to him, like, your sister's treating me like trash. Like, she's basically telling me the things that I'm giving her is not good enough. And literally, that's what she was saying. So while these two are having this conversation, the sister decides she wants to be dramatic too. She gets up and she walks out and she's like, Chantel's dramatic. She's being hysterical right now. And she walks out and Pedro goes to chase after the sister. And, he's like, is this what you wanted? And she's like, I wasn't trying to fight with your sister. And he's like, well, maybe me and her go stay in the hotel for a couple of nights. And Chantel was like, I don't care. Like, okay. And so he gets mad that she's not like begging him to stay. So he leaves his sister outside sitting on the side of the street after she says she has a headache. He goes upstairs and he's like, I think that you just like playing games. Like, you want to act like you're nice to my family, but then you're mad and then you're nice. And she's like, no, I had no intentions on being like this towards your sister. It's the way she handled me. And so that's why it's the way that it is. And Pedro's just not trying to hear that shit. Like, he's just like, yeah, whatever. So at some point, Chantel packs up her stuff and she leaves the house. And she says that she's going to go study, but she just walks out. And while they're downstairs having a conversation, the sister's upstairs talking shit about the fact that she has to sleep on the sofa. And so, Chantel says it best. No matter what the sister does, Pedro will always see the sister as being good and not doing anything wrong. And Chantel's going to always be the one who's over dramatic and being hysterical. And he will never, he just will never see that his family's wrong and they're taking advantage of the situation. And so she's right about that. And I think that she needs to go ahead and let her family investigate Pedro and his family and find out what's really going on, because it's a lot of red flags that we may not see when we first see this, because you want to blame Chantel for not being honest with her parents. But as the show progresses, you start to see that it's something really wrong with Pedro, and there's something wrong with the way he interacts with his sister and his mother. And even if he's not there for the money, he's there for something. And I don't know how much he loves Chantel. And so that's what kind of bothers me. And hopefully her parents investigate him, because he needs it. Sorry, Pedro. I used to be team on your side, but now you've been a little suspicious, bro. Sorry. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up with Molly and Louise. Now, I don't want to be the one to tell you I told you so, but I told you so. If you guys have been watching my channel and you watched my reviews for 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days with Molly and Louise, which is where we meet them for the first time, then you'll know that I said that they weren't going to make it. Yep, I said it. I'm pretty sure a bunch of other people said it too, but I said it. They weren't going to make it. He was way too young to be in a relationship with her when she had an 18-year-old and a 6-year-old. He was not ready to be a father. He truly wasn't ready to be a husband, to be real with you. And so, yeah. So we catch up with Molly and Louise. This is after the fight. He starts trying to call the police on her. And I'm just like, call them. This is my house. You don't have a green card. You don't have a driver's license. Everything is mine. So if you want to call the police, call them. They're going to remove you. So go ahead and call the police. So Molly's like, don't call the police, dude. Just turn the speaker off. The speaker's mine. No one wants to hear this loud music. She's chasing him through the house from the bedroom to the guest room to the bedroom. She's trying to get into the room to turn the speaker off. He's like shoving the door and he almost shuts the door on her hand. And so I guess that interaction scares her. It scares her enough that afterwards, and he's like on the phone trying to call the police, and she's like, dude, you can't call the police. What is wrong with you? And so I guess that scared her enough, and she tells the producers, like, I'm done with this. Okay, my nail is broken. He's talking about calling the cops. Like, I can't deal with this craziness. So she packs up Kinsley and herself, and she goes and she leaves her house to go stay with a friend overnight. Now, the problem with all of this is her brother Jesse lives with her. And so I don't understand why Jesse ass never gets involved. You see somebody treating your sister like trash and you're just kind of there. You know what I mean? And so she leaves her home to go stay with a friend overnight. And my biggest problem is I don't let him call the police. Matter of fact, I'm going to call for you. Yup. And I'd have called the police and I'd have kindly asked them to remove him from my home. And I wouldn't have cared where they put him. He'd have had to get out though. But she left her house. And so the next day we catch up and she's coming back home and she calls her brother Jesse and she's like, is he there? And he's like, nope, he's not here. All his stuff is gone. All his bags that he came with are gone. I don't know where he's at. And she's like, well, I haven't talked to him. And so I don't know what's going on. So she pulls up to the house and she's like, this time is different because the last time she kicked him out, the last time he left, she knew that it was a possibility that he could come back. But this time, there's no chance. Like, she's not allowing it. And she finally, like, settles into realizing that he was a mistake. The whole bringing him here, all the money spent, all the time spent was a mistake. She walks into the guest room. He has trashed it. I mean, clothes are everywhere. Boxes, empty boxes, things that she's paid for. I mean, trashed. And so she calls him. And she's like, are you gone? And he's like, what? And she's like, are you gone? Like, are you gone for good? And he's like, I don't want to talk to you right now. And he hangs up on her. And so she calls him again and he doesn't pick up. So she leaves a voicemail letting him know that this isn't the way you do this. Like, she's okay with them being over, but this, not talking to each other, is not the way that you're going to do this. It's not how you want to handle this. But if this is how you want to handle it, fine, she's going to file for divorce. And so she kind of just sets into her, world that it's over. And I mean, I'm not surprised that it's over. It should have been over when he didn't want to accept your kids. You went and married him without telling anybody. Not even the producers knew that they were married. So, I mean, when you do things in the dark, when you don't feel comfortable telling people that you're doing something, that means you probably shouldn't be doing it. I'm just throwing that out there. And so now it's biting her in the butt and she's left to pick up the pieces. I just really hope that she doesn't run to her oldest daughter, Olivia, like he's gone, and hopes that Olivia will like just be okay and be like, okay, well, I want to come back home now. Like, she cannot dump on her kid after her kid told her that, it was what it was. But hopefully Molly learned the lesson. She's filing for divorce, so I can't wait till next Sunday. Hopefully I'm in the house so that I can watch it on time. So that I can get with you guys on Mondays. Although Tuesdays are cool. We're good on Tuesdays, yeah? So it goes off with Molly letting us know that, she's basically done with it. And I feel bad for her, but I kind of seen it coming. A man who can't accept your kids will never work out. Especially if you're a good mother and your children mean the absolute world to you. A man who cannot accept your kids, he's just not going to make it with you, because a good mother knows that if a man can't accept her kids, then he's not worth being around, because your kids are your family forever. Men are going to come and go. So now Molly has to deal with that and that unfortunate drama. So that is the show, you guys. So much stuff. I'm pretty sure I missed some stuff. We did not see David. Oh, we did see David and Annie. I was about to forget because it was just kind of boring. So basically, with David and Annie, we caught up with Annie. She found a Thai temple in Kentucky. Louisville, yeah, in Kentucky. And so I think that is the same thing, Keita. All right, I'm having a blah moment, guys. I'm sorry. She found a temple in Kentucky, a Thai temple, and she met a friend, her first Thai friend in America. And they went to a temple and they prayed together. And Annie just said it felt really good because it made her feel like she was home. And so her friend, who is also from Thailand and married an American guy, is expressing to Annie that, she has children. She had triplets, and she's working, and she's just kind of, her life is together. And so she starts asking Annie all these questions about David. And Annie lets it be known that she doesn't trust David. She doesn't believe David. And she wants a life like her friend's life, that lives in a big house with a good job and she has kids. Like, she also made a comment that she doesn't care that David has children. And that shit pissed me off. Like, I'm sorry, guys, but it made me mad because although David's kids are grown, they are his family. And if you're his family, you have to accept the kids too. And you want them to accept you. Like, Annie wants people to kiss her ass, and I have such an issue with that. Like, that is you have something to prove too. Just like David has something to prove to the grandkids and to the kids. You may not feel like you do, but you definitely do. And to be walking around feeling as though people should be kissing your ass, and to say something like you don't care about his kids, and like, I don't know if she meant it that way, but that's how it came off. And you're wanting this big house, but you knew David was broke before you met him. You knew that he didn't have a job. You knew that he wasn't telling his kid. Like, you entered this with all of these knowledge, like all this knowledge, but you wanted Chris and Nicole to keep taking care of you guys. And David probably allowed you to believe that Chris and Nicole was going to continue to take care of you guys. It's been 6 months, Annie, and it's hard out here. And David does not interview well. So it's going to take him a little bit longer than it probably would anyone else to get a job, because David doesn't interview well. He took a really long hiatus from the original career that he was in. 4 or 5 years is a long time. And people do not want to retrain someone who's decided to just take a regular hiatus just because something, life was happening. Life happens. People get divorced and things happen. But David ran away. And so nobody wants to invest in a person who has ran away from their problems. And that's what happens. David is oversharing in these interviews. And so she makes a statement like, if David doesn't change, she doesn't know what's going to happen because she's not happy here in America. And I'm just kind of over Annie. Like, I'm over this entitled ass attitude. David made me a lot of promises, right? But you also knew David was circumcised. I mean, he had not circumcised. That's not the word. He had a vasectomy. Sorry, you guys. You know that David had a vasectomy, so you knew that there was a possibility that you would not be able to have kids. You knew he was broke. He was very vocal about that. Like, these are things that you knew, and you married him anyway because you wanted the American dream. I don't know if I believe that Annie really loves David. I think that she's just trying to hang in there until something breaks, because if she leaves and then David gets a job and all these things, she's going to be kicking herself. So I feel like her reasoning for being with David still to this day is not really a legit one, because everything is about money, kids, and everything. And I get that money makes the world work, but you were aware of 2 of those issues before you married him, and you had a chance to back out. But you thought that Chris was going to continue to take care of you guys because he co-signed on that visa, and Chris and Nicole is like, hell no. So we leave her and the friend leaving the Thai, leaving the Buddhist temple, and that's where we leave it. We didn't see David. It was just Annie. Really short scene, really kind of like cut and dry, and that's why I was probably about to forget them, because it was a small scene. But I'm over Annie wanting everybody to kiss her behind. Over it. So that is the end of that one, you guys. That is the end of Big Little Lie. I talked about Aslan and Nicole. It's stupid. It's all crazy. I cannot wait to catch up with you guys next Tuesday. I think this is going to probably just be the best bet, because Sundays I'm just never in the house when I'm supposed to be to catch the show. So it's always going to be a Saturday watch. A Monday watch and a Tuesday review. So that's where we are right now, you guys. I love you guys. And if you're trying to figure out, if you've been watching me this whole video, like playing with these things, I have been in such a DIY mode. It's not even funny. I'm pretty sure you probably did not watch my live stream because it was crazy shaky. But I am getting ready to go back over to my second channel so that I can start showing my little craft stuff. We are going to Disney in August. And so my brain has like clicked into Disney mode. And so I have been YouTubing and Pinteresting things, and it's all things Disney. And so I want to like kind of get it out creatively because I sit in the house and do it myself, but I want to like put it on video. So if you do not follow me or you're not subscribed to my channel, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter at As Told by Kita. It's my whole name because somebody had Key. I don't know who that person is, but follow me at As Told by Kita on Instagram and on Twitter, and follow me at chef.KitaJ on Snapchat so that you guys can hang out with me when we go to Disney and while I'm out doing these little things. So before I go, let me show you these cute little tulle mini ears, which is what's on my head. Mini ear ones that I did the other day. And then I did these for little girls. Little puffball ponytail holders. How super cute is that? So I'm thinking about doing a couple of little tutorial videos. I was going to do them here, but all things nerdy channel just seems a little bit more appropriate for craft ideas like that. So if you are interested in that and you are not already subscribed over as All Things Nerdy, go find me and subscribe and hit the bell notification. And if you're new here and you like these videos and you enjoy what I do, please subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell notification so that you are notified every time I upload a new video. And follow me on all my social media. Oh, these are so cute. I don't even know where we would put the ponies, but how cute would that be? And I finally did, before I get up out of here, I finally did my Beauty and the Beast rolls. I'm going to see if I can get you guys to see her. There it is. So I finally did that. And I got everything from IKEA. I want to make another one so that I can show you guys, but I want to make another one with lights attached to it. So, like I said, follow me, find me. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching these videos. It means a lot to me. We are almost at 200. I know we can do it.